From Broadway to the political arena, the Mormon faith is suddenly taking center stage.
I believe in my Mormon faith, and I endeavor to live by it.
And to live by it means no drinking, no smoking, and no premarital sex. And for those who don't remain pure, there can be serious consequences.
Officials at Brigham Young University are standing by their decision to suspend one of the team's top players. The infraction, having sex with his girlfriend.
So we wondered, how will people react to a Mormon couple headed to the altar?
2 weeks away.
I'm really excited.
When they learn she has a secret.
I have to tell you something. I made a big mistake. I slept with someone.
You're an impure soul now.
It was a long time ago.
In the Mormon church, it may be forgivable.
I'll repent.
But even though it happened before they met, for our actor Josh, it's inexcusable.
I don't know if I love you anymore. You gave your virtue away.
Our hidden cameras and our actors are all set.
I'm Joshua Cameron.
I'm Kylie Thurman.
And from behind the scenes, we're watching.
We're gonna have you start by talking about how excited you both are about the temple wedding.
It's our first scene of the day, and this man seems to be doing everything he can to ignore a confession.
A long, long time ago, before I knew you.
He can't help but overhear.
This is our faith, our beliefs.
I love you.
Sorry, but I don't want to marry somebody who's not a virgin.
Little do we know, he's not only paying attention, he's also paying her tab.
Bring me her tab, she's having a bad enough day.
We decide to find out why.
Tell us what you were thinking. He was being an ass, and I was feeling for it.
As we start filming again, we wonder, will anyone confront our couple directly, or is this just too personal?
You have just robbed me of my dream of a completely pure temple wedding.
I can repent.
What, are you going to repent 2 weeks before our wedding?
Minutes pass, and not a word from this woman, who, as it turns out, is Mormon herself.
I don't blame him.
You think a young lady should be a virgin before she marries? Because it's part of your LDS teachings? Mm-hmm. Younger people don't always agree with you.
Too bad.
Speaking of that younger generation, look who's sitting right behind our actors.
Kylie, purity is sacred. Find your own ride home. The wedding's off.
A group of college kids who just have to say something.
Is your don't listen to him.
Not just one, but 3 very sympathetic young men.
For him to judge you like that is so wrong.
I feel so lost.
Shouldn't it be left to Jesus to judge?
Judge not lest you be judged.
They're incredibly well-versed.
But he wants to have a temple wedding.
You still can't have a temple wedding.
And soon, we find out why.
Are you all LDS or Mormon?
Are you even Mormon?
We both used to be. We both were Mormon.
They may have left the church, but they still preach the gospel of forgiveness.
What am I gonna do?
You could write him a letter with some scriptures on forgiveness.
You guys believe you can be forgiven?
Who's he to throw the first stone?
Time to meet these outspoken young men.
You're familiar with the edicts of the religion?
Yeah, they just tell you what to do, and if you don't do it, they judge you like this.
The situation was completely believable, given the context
It happens.
of where we are, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you can respect people's beliefs to a certain extent, but there's no excuse for treating somebody horribly like that.
But then along comes this man,
I don't want to marry you.
who clearly sides with our angry fiancé.
Hang in there. The way you feel right now, I would probably call it off.
He would call it off?
He said he'd call it off.
God bless you.
And when Kylie's left alone, TV approaches her. Almost 5 minutes go by, and not a word.
All right, you want to break it? My name is John Quinones.
How are you, John?
I'm with the TV show What Would You Do?
So this is not a true story over there?
No, they're actors. You spoke to him, but you didn't feel right to approach her.
I didn't.
Why not?
If she allegedly has done what she said she has done, I think that is her own thing.
He's not Mormon.
But you kind of agreed with him, you know, don't marry her.
Exactly. I would be very bitter, but...
It's been a day of mixed reactions. And so far, no one has directly confronted Josh. But then, along come these two young women. They're celebrating her 21st birthday, but the revelry is disrupted by this.
You know that casual sex blunts human emotion.
And when the talk becomes even more demeaning,
You're tainted. You're worthless.
Stop.
I pity you.
she just can't sit still.
Everybody makes mistakes. And if you can't understand that, like, you don't need to marry someone like that. Everybody makes mistakes. You are not the only person in that situation.
This is hard because I
And at the table behind them, a small gesture of kindness.
You need to back her up.
Thank you.
And when Josh returns,
I could never marry somebody like you. You disgust me.
she's back, and she just won't back down.
Want to come with us? We can take you home. You didn't ruin your life.
I think she did.
I said to you, like, more than half people in here were virgin when they got married.
Yeah?
Mormon or not, faith or not.
And then they leave the restaurant with Kylie in tow. Time to introduce ourselves before they get too far.
You guys are really good actors. You guys, a lot of people in this restaurant probably didn't keep themselves pure forever. Don't stand by and watch something like that happen.
And for our actress Kylie, a member of the Mormon Church, the support hits close to home.
If this had been real, how would it have made you feel?
It would have meant a lot to have support. It takes a lot to like go up to a stranger and
And she reminds us that the overwhelming message of Mormonism is one of forgiveness.
A huge part of my belief in our religion is the power of forgiveness.
You can be forgiven.
You can be forgiven.